Good messages, good mornings, and good times. So wherever you're catching this from, we want to thank you for joining in with us and watching the small moments that you're being able to capture here this morning with these Zoom meetings, to surround yourself with the entrepreneurs that are shifting their life and their mindsets into a whole different direction, to put better energies and better thoughts and better words into their life, to get rid of anxieties, to get rid of fears, to get rid of self-doubts. But the main thing that we want to bring here this morning is to have fun in your life and everything that you're doing, all those anxieties and the things that you're going through. We are the ones that put that within ourselves. We can shift those anxieties to a happiness or to a good process of good words to ourselves to put us out of that anxiety, to know that we can flow within our life and flow within things with the words that we give ourselves each day. But just knowing if you're not happy, then you need to evaluate. And you can do this quite often throughout the day. Don't wait till the end of the day. I'm going to get home, then I'll evaluate and see what was going on. In the moment of that feeling that you're not feeling happy, stop, evaluate, see what's going on. Why am I not in a happy state anymore? And then change something right then and there. Whether it's the latitude that you're at, change that. It's the area that you're at, change that. If you're at work, hey, I need to take me a good day. What do you mean a good day? Well, most time in construction, they say rainy days. We're going to take a rainy day. It's raining. We can't work today. I waited till it was sunshiny day, because I would always stay on those rainy days so I can kick on the pumps and I keep a check flowing. I get the waters out of the areas, this, that, and the other. And then when it come a beautiful sunshiny day, then I took me a day. And they'd be like, what? I'm taking me a day. I'm sorry. Y'all had a good day. The sunshine is shining this morning. I don't want to be here today. So guess what? I'm going to take me a me day. And that's what I called it, a me day. And I went out when it was a beautiful day and nobody was at the beach and everybody was at work and I was able to run my errands. Just like yesterday, chaotic people everywhere, right? You're thinking it's going to be chaotic when everybody gets off of work. And it was chaotic everywhere because everybody's trying to get their barbecue briskets and their ribeyes and their beer and their charcoal and get everything ready for their weekend that they're going to go be so happy for, just for that weekend. Well, I like being an entrepreneur because we went in the middle of the day and did all that stuff. And we was able to flow right through the day and we was able to sit down and still have lunch about 3 o'clock. All the errands were done. And then it's like, okay, what are we doing next? So let's go have something to drink and get us something to eat then. Yay. So we was able to do that, had fun. How many people was at the restaurant? Maybe about 10. And probably about 6 of those were employees. So scheduling your time and scheduling your life to do things that make you happy and having fun while you're doing it. Was there traffic yesterday? Yes. But did we let that affect us and bring our energy down? No. We said we are not in a time crunch here. I'm not in a rush today. Carol was not in a rush. Why? Because she didn't have to be anywhere in particular. Except, all right, let's get this done, this done, this done, and then we'll be able to do what we want for the rest of the day. We got those 3 done and we was able to do what we wanted. So now we have today scheduled, and then tomorrow is going to be like whatever happens, happens kind of day. You know, because that's what the intentions we're putting forth. We're going to have a little barbecue going, watch some fireworks, you know, for the night, things like that. Not really rushing, enjoying our moments. And now, those moments, while you're enjoying them, do you have this in your hand while you're around your fellow friends and fellowshipping and having fun and this, that, and the other? No. You put that baby in your pocket and enjoy your time with those people. Set that aside for a little while. Because this can get so overwhelming. You're back over there in the swing. Everybody else is over there fellowshipping, having fun, playing washers, throwing horseshoes, whatever. And then you're over there, you're doing this. Is that a good person that's enjoying their life today? No.
That's a person that missed it, Thomas.
Missed it. So you can utilize this when needed. Get on it when needed. But just know it's not a need, because we was able to have fellowship way before this came along. We was able to go out and enjoy life before that thing came along. So just know that, yes, building a business is fun. Tim, have fun today, brother. Much love to you. And anyone else who needs to.
See you tomorrow.
So getting up every day and enjoying what you're doing within life. That is the key that we wanted to bring out today. That is the key we want y'all to unlock. You know, those doors that you have built up around you that says, oh, I can't be smiling today. I can't be happy today. Oh, I can't be creatively fun and go out there doing cartwheels, playing with a hula hoop, go do some jump ropes. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Go have fun. You know, yesterday we talked a lot. I've got bad feet, but yet we're needing to get ourselves back into a better alignment, right? So what did I do? I went and bought a jump rope. I'm getting myself out of a comfort zone, and I'm going to start working on my feet. Miss Shannon put a challenge out to me because I used to play semi-pro beach volleyball back in the day. And she put a message on there, said, I like beach volleyball too. So the challenge is taken. I will get my physical body back into shape where I can get back on the court, and we're going to have a game.
Why? Hold on, Thomas. Hold on. You got to stop that, right? I got to pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. You're talking about Mr. Happy Feet is going to jump some rope? And mentally, like when I spent time with Thomas, he was Mr. Happy Feet. Why? Because he went everywhere comfortable with. He's very sensitive with his feet. So I concur what he's saying. But to know that he's getting out of his comfort zone in that way, you go, oh, that's nothing big. It's a jump rope. What's the big deal? You don't know the problem that he's had, the issues throughout the years. So that's very big for Thomas. My mind is blown. Something very simple. Man, I applaud you on that, bro. Real talk, man. That's good. That's good stuff, Thomas.
Definitely. You know, did something that made me so happy, but yet when I damaged my feet, that brought a lot of discomfort into my life and a lot of disappointment and regrets of things that I wish I could have kept going towards, because playing beach volleyball it is so much fun. So, and I talk to people all the time about getting out of the comfort zone and doing something different. I'm not someone who goes to a gym, but yet we built us a gym right next door to my office right here. That way I can start doing something, because I'm not somebody that's going to look for muscles like this. I've got little bitty arms. I'm a little bitty guy, okay? But I need to get them toned up. Just like everybody else. We got to get toned up with that physical body. Keep it in good shape, right? So playing the volleyball kept me in shape all the time. But when I got out there to where I couldn't jump, to where I couldn't walk, it put a lot of hamper in my life. But now getting back out there to where I can walk around again, you know, I was able to walk around with Julio in Vegas when I went with him. Then me, Miss Shannon, and Carol not too long ago, being able to walk around Vegas in my slippers. People thought I was crazy. You got slippers on? Yeah, I do. You're comfortable. Was able to get up on stage at the meetings, and they said, man, you look very comfortable. I am, you know. So, but yes, getting out of the comfort zone and doing things that you truly love and made you happy throughout life. That's what it's all about. So yesterday, I bought a volleyball as well. So I am getting ready for this challenge. So you want to do something more with life and do something that is your dream and your passions. Get out there, guys, because you're the only one that's going to make you happy. And, you know, some physical bodies may not got back into the, how would you put it? May have been broken down a little bit more, and you can't do the things that you truly used to do back in the past. And this is going to be a little change for me, you know. So 20 plus years of not being out on the court, but yet it is not left right here. 20 years of not riding a bicycle, but how many people can get back on that bicycle and start riding around the neighborhood? It is something that you have ingrained within yourself and within your life and within your energy. Then it's just going to keep flowing. And it keeps a smile on my face. And that's what it's about. I'm doing things that make me happy. And knowing that I can be out there on the court while my business is working for me at the same time, makes it even much more better. You know, because I can do this court thing in the middle of the day. I've got my son, Chase, is going to be coming and stay with us for a little while, so he can start learning some of the online world as well, to be able to build his businesses up some more, you know, because I've got an entrepreneur son. He's got a pressure washing business, and he's got a kayaking business, you know, so he has different things that we talked about on now bringing guided tours out there and having people pay for that stuff, you know, instead of just with the boats, because you have a lot of out-of-town people that don't know where to go up and down the river. But that's okay. Guess what Daddy can do? Daddy can now be a guide, and I can make some extra money. We're just right there having fun. Yes. So doing the things that you love can become a business. Doing the things that you are passionate about can become a business. It all depends on how you want to work it and how you see it. All right, Mr. Julio, Mr. Julio, what you got?
Who was I? Julio? Julio?
Mr. Julio. I was starting to say Dr. Julio, but I didn't want to put that out there.
No, that's good, Thomas. And real talk, man. I applaud you. You know, the average person will hear that story and go out, no big deal. You know, but if they know you They know that it's you really stepping out of your comfort zone and you growing and saying, hey, I'm not going to allow something like this to harbor me and keep me, keep me grounded, so to speak. I'm going to get back on my toes, and so that's really big, man. Thomas, you inspired me to go buy a bike. Like I've had, my kids have bikes. I've had bikes throughout the years, and once you ride, you never forget or whatnot. But it's a beautiful day. I'm like, man, you know what? I think I want to go for a bike ride. I just thought of that, thinking about you sitting there jumping rope or going kayaking, and I'm like, it's a gorgeous day out. It's a perfect day to enjoy the day. What do I got, man? It's you, Thomas. You already know, man. Yesterday I was feeling really overwhelmed. This morning I'm not even gonna front. I woke up in a rut, and I'm like, oh, I gotta shake this stuff off, man. Whatever it is, I have to shake it off. I had a real messed up situation with my children yesterday where I wasn't able to get my kids. It's daddy's weekend. I don't want to share too much negativity. It's just real life or whatnot. I was sharing with Thomas. I guess you could call it some baby mama drama, whatever. But I'm just trying to make the most of every situation, practice what I preach, and I'm like, man, I didn't like the way I was feeling in my heart and the heaviness and whatnot, but I because of the things that I practice, I was able to get myself out of that, get out of the rut, get out of the mental the depression or the frustration or the sadness. It's kind of like sitting in a rut or sitting in negativity or sitting in that thought. You go down a spiral. And I didn't want to go down no spiral. I didn't want to go down that tunnel. I chose to speak life. I chose to live, fruitfully. But I had to take a moment last night, man, and just kind of soak it in. And it's like, you know what? It is what it is. No matter what, I'm going to have a great evening. No matter what, tomorrow's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great weekend, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And life is meant to be enjoyed, is it not? We're supposed to enjoy this life no matter what. And we can't control every situation. We can't control every circumstances. I think a lot of people get overwhelmed because they get into a state where all these other things that they're not in control of, affect them in such a way where it's captivating. It kind of pulls and it tugs them and it takes their attention. It takes their focus off the things that are right. It takes their focus off of positivity. It takes their focus off of, doing things the way they're supposed to, so to speak, And so I knew I had to get back, in alignment, so to speak, this morning, man. So I got up a little bit early and read the word, and you know me, Thomas. I got to put my worship music on and just seek God's face and bring back that peace in my heart. So it's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a great weekend, guys. I concur with Thomas. And I say that to, as much as we love to be on our cell phones and we're working or we're business or we're associating with this person and communicating all, stop and enjoy the moments of life, man. Stop and enjoy your family. Stop and enjoy friends. Stop and enjoy, acquaintances. I mean, greet people, love on people. That's what life is about. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not be overwhelmed by situations and circumstances. So this morning I had to put things in perspective. Then I had a random person send me something this morning that was encouraging. It was towards veterans, and I sat there, I got emotional, watched it, and I'm just like, man, I'm really grateful for being able to be in this country. I'm really grateful for having a job. I'm really grateful for the roof that's over my head, and I started to just practice the things we talk about every single morning. It doesn't matter if you consider yourself to be a leader or, hey, I'm telling you, I always try to be as transparent as possible with you guys. I don't always have it together. I don't. There's time. Thomas, as much as, he'll tell you, hey, I'm in alignment, and he never says he's perfect though. He has his moments too. We're all human. So we all go through that transition. We all go through those emotions. We all go through, feeling overwhelmed and whatnot, but in reality, we're only in control of ourselves. So there's no need to get overwhelmed by situations and circumstances and enjoy this life, because in a split second, we could not be here. In a split second, it could be taken from us. In a split second, things could drastically change, for us. So I don't know. This morning, I'm really focusing on perspective. That's why I asked, Crystal, how long she had been, coming to our morning Zoom. Because I know that my perspective, and it's exactly what you say, Thomas, is exactly, what we always create the emphasis. It's not about making a humongous change and something drastic and doing all these big old things. No, make a slight little tweak, slight little tweak here and there in life, and you begin to see things differently. You begin to experience things differently and view people differently, situations and circumstances, and you react differently. And then you see that change within yourself. You see that change within your heart, how you process and how you react to things. The word says to be slow to anger. So what does anger get us? Anger don't get us anywhere. It says to practice the spirit of peace. So if you don't have it, ask God for it. Ask the Creator for peace over your heart, over your mind, over your spirit. Thomas, I realized yesterday that because of it threw me off balance. Remember, we always talk about balance, Thomas. So a situation threw me off balance, and it was like, whoa! I had to pump the brakes within myself. So it just happens. It's life. And Thomas he didn't check me, but as a friend, he told me, you know what? He goes, you're not being negative, Julio. You're being real. This is life, bro. He goes, I've been in your shoes so many times, so I'm really thankful and grateful for having you as a friend, not just a mentor in business, not just a mentor in this whole online thing and how things operate, how things are changing and growing. But I thank you as a friend. I thank you for your friendship. I thank you, for your compassion and just keeping it real. I thank you, all of you guys. Shannon, you're awesome. You already know it. You're awesome. I was laughing when we first got on the Zoom because your cat's just smacking you with the tail in the face, and you're just acting like it's nothing. Like la la la. Cat's just smacking you with the tail in the face. Scott, I see you on your journey, brother. I see you growing. I see you maturing. The amount of go lives you're doing, the content that you're pushing out there. I see people commenting on your stuff. I'm beginning to see what Thomas calls the soap opera. Of all of our lives, it's if you stop and you pay attention to comments and you stop and you pay attention to communication, you see the people growing, and I told you guys the other day when I wasn't on here that I felt the effects. I still read the word. I still prayed. I still did everything else in my routine. And the only thing that was missing that day was my morning Zoom, but I felt the effects of not being part of it, and when I'm not here, when I don't, even on mornings when I want to spend quality time with Roxana, or I want to sleep in and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be part of the morning Zoom. I need a break, or I just want to sleep till 10 and not care about the world, so to speak, and just collect my thoughts and, just be raggedy in bed like, whatever. It's enjoying life, Even on those days, I wake up and I go, man, you know what? I should have woke up, got part of the Zoom. I should have jumped on no matter what, even if I was just sitting there, listening and partaking in that way, man. So life is meant to be enjoyed. I say all of that because we're all growing. And I know whether you're vocal on here or whether you just sit and you listen, or whether you're watching through a live stream or you're watching through whatever means, you're watching the replay, you're on YouTube, if you've really been listening, if you've really been taking notes and taking the things that we say to heart, I think if you're not experiencing some form of change, then you're not putting the things into practice. And if you're not experiencing things of change, then maybe you're not normal. Maybe you're not human, because you have not my testimony, not Thomas's, there's so many other individuals. Shannon, she's grown, she's changed. Scott, Ryan, you're a beast, bro. I don't know if you know it. You're a freaking beast, man. You are a beast in itself, man. Even JJ, he talks about it all the time and how much he's grown and being a part of this or whatever the case is, So I'm really thankful for being a part of the community, being a part of the group. You guys are my family outside of my direct family, and I love you all. And I appreciate the relationships that we're building. I appreciate just the community in general. I think it's just important to have a great support system, people who would encourage you and uplift you and want nothing but the best for you. And that's something that our community has. There's something, that we definitely have in this, being a part of the morning Zoom. And it's helped me to become a better person, a better version of me. It's helped me to become a better man, a better father, a better man of God in general. Thomas, I've shared with you a number of times, and I'll say it on here where, so much nuggets that Thomas gives or that we speak about in the morning time, I was given years ago, but I never understood him because I wasn't ready to receive those things. You know, I just wasn't ready to receive. And then now hearing us speak about it, or me put some of the things into practice that we're referencing, you know, about the mind, about positivity, you know, about energy. And there's so many things that are in alignment now, you know, and it's definitely helped to change my perspective, to give me a more fruitful perspective. You know, it's almost like I had a really dirty windshield and I'm driving through life. You know, and there's dirt and there's muck and there's bugs and there's all this stuff on here, but I had no windshield wiper fluid, you know, and every once in a while somebody would throw some water at me on the car and it would land and I'd be able to see just a little bit, you know, but with the nuggets that I get, you know, on a daily basis here, it's almost like, hey, I have a brand new jug of a gallon of the windshield wiper fluid and it's washed past. And I got to the point where I got out the car and I've cleaned it with this squeegee. And now I've washed my car because I could see clearly now. You know, that whole, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You know, it's that concept, man. I could see things so much more clear in life, you know, and it's a beautiful thing when you can just be in alignment, you know, and you can get yourself, even if you fall off here and there, because things in life happen. You know, I tell you as part of my testimony, you know, but you can get right back on the course, you know, because there's times where life is going to sway you left to the right. You're going to have a hurdle. You're going to have a detour. You're going to have this. You're going to have stuff happen because shit happens. Let's keep it real, you know, but if you can get yourself in alignment, if you know the vision, if you know the direction that you're heading, and then you have the tools, limits are limitless. It's, you know, the impossible becomes possible because you're able to see things clearly.
Now, the best part of all of that right there, that analogy, do you know when he was able to see clearly? When he got out and cleaned the freaking window, his window of life. He took action. The bugs have been piling up. The windshield wiper is nothing but doing what? Smudging more crap across the windshield so you can't see. Catching every bug, everything that's on there, smearing it across your window. So what did he have to physically do? Get out and clean the window with that correct tool called a squeegee. I cleaned it. Got that crap off. Oh, look at there. I got a little bit more life I can see. Oh, look at there. I can see over that. Take that last one. It's like, I now have a clear view of where I'm going. I love that analogy. That was awesome. You know, power within those words that you can grasp right there as you're catching this morning. Being able to hear these words and these things and then just implementing them, like he said, a little bit at a time each day. We're not asking you to implement 5-gallon buckets of stuff all over you. A little bit of words that you're giving to yourself, a little bit of actions that you're giving to yourself, a new perspective of the way that door opened up because you put a little grease on the hinges. It's not squeaking anymore. Now that door opens up with ease every day because we build that vortex of stuff that we want within life. Julio talks about a lot of times, you know, and then you see all these doors after death. Well, what is that door for with my name on it? Oh, that was all the stuff that you've asked for within life, but you didn't clean your windshield to be able to see it. What can I see in there? No. But guess what? You can live this life now within alignment, with a clear focus, with a clean windshield, and you can have the key to that door anytime you truly want it. It's only if you get into alignment and get ready to receive that you're asking for and that is coming. But you have to break down those walls. You have to know that you have that key within your grasp at all times. And that door is sitting right there for you to go inside and enjoy your life because you got a clear view of it now. Awesome data.
Thomas, I think so many people, they look at the, I guess don't want to say the full picture, you know, or if, let's say, for example, they have a list of 20, 30 things in life that they want to accomplish, that they want to do, or, you know, goals that they've set or whatnot. They look at the full picture and they go, wow, that's a lot of stuff. How am I ever going to achieve that? And they get overwhelmed just by the thought, get anxiety just looking at their goals or their vision or whatever it is, instead of saying, okay, all these things are great, but I'll never, ever get to point Z if I don't first start with A, if I don't start with B, if I don't, you know, transition to C and D and go forth, you know, like they look at the foot and people get so overwhelmed. They're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. The reality of it is you can. You're looking at everything. You can't take on the whole world. You got to start with you. So point A is starting with you. You know, point B could be, hey, your mind, your heart, your spirit, you know, spirituality, whatever the case. Go ahead, Thomas, you want to add something?
Just starting.
Yeah.
Okay. Most everybody, I love it. And they, well, I want to be at your level. Then guess what? You've got to start right here, because this is where I started to get me here. Now that I've gotten here, I've got 5 years worth of, you know, experience just within this, and you're just starting. You're not going to be at this level automatically. You are going to have to work your level, your energy, your vibrations, your thoughts, your stuff to get you up to that level that you think I'm at. And then once you get here, then guess what? I'm going to be here, because I am not stalemate in one level of my life. I'm continuously evolving and moving up. So each day that you get up, you're now evolving in your journey. Don't try to be that person that's already accomplished everything, has got what you truly want. Just know that you are working towards that energy every day.
Well, all right. So let's use that example you just gave, Thomas. Let's say we were to take Shannon and we were to give her the platform of Gary Vee, or give her the platform of Tony Robbins, or Dean Gracioli, or Eric Thomas, or give her. She'd be like, I don't know what the hell to do over here. You know, she'd like, wait a second. You know, she would probably try, but would she be able to be and perform at those levels? No, why? Because she hadn't gone through everything they went through. She hadn't gone through all that growth, all that transition, all those years, all those thousands of dollars, or all the whatever that they had to do in order to get to that level that they're currently at, you know? And that, I think that's what you talk about, Thomas, all the time. It's us enjoying the journey and taking the journey in, like soaking it in, digesting the aspects of life, you know? Okay, so let's say it took you, 2-3 years in order to become a millionaire. And then you become a millionaire. And then you go to the store and you buy groceries. Now you're just underneath the millionaire cap. Now you're a thousandaire again. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not a millionaire anymore. You know what? So what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. It's you got to I say that to say, like, you got to a point of where you got up there. Okay, well, what did you learn in the process? What did you go through the process? What did you experience through the process? You know, it's the journey that you have to enjoy. It's the journey that's taking us, and it's not only going to take us from point A to point Z, but that's the journey is what's going to sustain us when we get to there. The journey is what's going to mold us, what's going to build our character, what's going to give us all the tools and everything that's needed in order to maintain at that level, and at that continue to excel, continue to grow, to continue to perform. You know, that's that character building, that character molding of life experiences, and the things that you can't put a price on that. You can't put a dollar value on it. You know, it's something that is priceless. Why? Because it's an experience. It's a journey. It's somebody's a quarter of their life or half of their life experience. You can't just go from, hey, I want to be exactly where you're at, Thomas, or I want to be where whoever's at. It just doesn't work that way. That's not being real. It's kind of like the concept of the get rich, quick scheme. You know, hey, you mean I can't put these $5 in and $100 is not going to come out? No, I'm sorry, ma'am, sir. That is not how this works. You know, you just don't get from here to there like that. You know, you would terribly fail at that point. You wouldn't succeed. You know, so enjoy the process of life, enjoy the journey of life, because that's what's molding you. That's what's building you. That's what's preparing you for that greater destination, preparing you for that higher level, you know?
See the journey, enjoying the journey and every step in the process of the way. All right, Brother Ryan, see you in here. Got to see your face today.
Lucky you guys, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just... Julio just summed it up perfectly. I'm going through some ish myself. It's been a rough couple of weeks, not feeling myself like I have been the last few months, and coming here is sure helped keep me on track. So appreciate you all for everything you guys do. So
we appreciate you, Ryan. You bring so much to the table, brother. You bring so much value to the table. Your content, the stuff that you like. Who's going to come out and read the 4 agreements if you didn't do it, bro? Who on here on the platform would even necessarily know about it, if you didn't come out there and bring this, man? And whether it be that book or another book, bro, you bring so much. You have so much to offer, man. So understand, bro, you're a monster. You're a giant in the game. Realize that, man.
Yes.
Thanks, brother.
He is King Ambition.
That's right.
He is the beast, and no one can tell him any different.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, well, I got something from Think and Grow Rich, and once again, just kind of sums up exactly what we've been talking about here. So hopefully I don't stutter all over myself today. This changed world requires practical dreamers who can and will put their dreams into action. The practical dreamers have always been and always will be the pattern makers of this civilization. We who desire to accumulate riches should remember the real leaders of the world always have been men who harnessed and put into practical use the intangible, unseen forces of unborn opportunity, and have converted those forces or impulses of thought into skyscrapers, cities, factories, airplanes, automobiles, and every form of convenience that makes life more pleasant. Tolerance and an open mind are practical necessities of the dreamer today. Those who are afraid of new ideas are doomed before they start. Never has there been a time more favorable to pioneers than the present. True, there is no wild and woolly west to be conquered, as in the days of the covered wagon, but there is a vast business, financial, and industrial world to be remolded, redirected along new and better lines. So it's just crazy how every reading seems to be right on point. So love you guys so much.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that with us every day. Thank you for showing us your face and being able to be on the camera with us. And that way people can see your emotions, your feelings, and what you're bringing to the table. Because those words that you bring in those books are actually, more stuff that we're bringing tips and tricks and little golden nuggets to you guys. And why do we do this is because what has helped us and is what has assisted us in moving ourselves in a different direction. The readings of the books that, he's doing. Shannon's reading The Magic live every morning. And then there's many other books out there that we pass along, and we put these little golden nuggets out there to you because we know the power of it. And we know the power of the pen. We know the power of journaling. We know the power of setting our goals and the intentions of every day. And the best intentions of it all is when we complete that goal, we give ourselves an attaboy. We go treat ourselves to an ice cream cone or to a nice cold beverage or, just going out to eat, whatever it is. Why not? I like ice cream. Yes, I do. Yeah. All right. We're going to wrap this up this morning. We know it is a holiday weekend and people are getting ready to get their houses ready, get their friends ready, get their barbecue pits ready, just to ready to enjoy your life. Canada had y'all's fun last weekend. So we here in the States, we're going to do it this weekend. Because we are very thankful for the veterans and the people who have served and the lives that have been lost to keep the freedoms that we have within our life. And we thank the families and the hardships that they went through, and our hearts are with you in every shape, form, or fashions. And just the love and appreciation that this community gives on a day-to-day basis, no matter what. That's what it's all about. So we're going to wrap this up with Miss Shannon here this morning and give some affirmations to us to bring a little bit something to the heart as what she brings. 4'10.5" is a package of dynamite that brings love and aspirations and affirmations straight from the heart, guys. She doesn't grab this from Google. She doesn't cheat like I do when I do them. But that's okay. That's what this is about. We're actually seeing how people are getting out of their comfort zones and stepping out here and talking like they do to us each day, to be able to bring their message to us each day. Is this easy to do? No. This is something that we've had to work on ourselves, to be able to get ourselves on these platforms, to be able to bring these messages out, to know that we have a touch of the button ability now to be able to bring goodness to the world instead of hate and bad words. We are here to uplift and bring good words and know that whatever you're going through today, we promise you're not alone, and it will be okay. It will get better. Start putting the good intentions and the good words to it. So Miss Shannon's going to wrap us up with some words that you can start giving to yourselves in the morning. Close your eyes and start receiving the information that is given. So Miss Shannon, we'll pass it on to you.
Can I share something first?
Yes.
So I took one of my daughters to the lake the other day with my boyfriend. We went for a walk. And they have these little lounge chairs out against, by the water. So you could just sit and relax. And we left our phones at home. But it was pretty sad that there was a couple there sitting in the lounge chairs, and they were both on their cell phone, sitting next to each other. So this weekend, it is a holiday weekend, but it is good to leave your phones at home and make memories in your head. You can keep the memories in your head, and you'll end up having a lot more fun knowing you don't have to look at this every 5 seconds or whatever, So just.
And you know what that also brings? I'm glad you brought that up, because actually what she's saying is disconnecting and you're making memories comes back for better story writing later on, because those memories you're not tainting by stopping and putting it out on. You go back, now you can write a good story about the fun that you had, the place that you went to go today, and the people that you were with. I like it. Okay, here comes the affirmations. I have the power to shape my ideal reality. I create the life I desire with my good feelings. When I feel happy, I manifest more reasons to be happy. I see so many positives in my life. The life I've always dreamed of is created by my choice to be joyful now. All the good in my life comes to me as a result of my willingness to find happiness in each moment. I am grateful for this moment, and I see the joy in it. And have an awesome day. And I'm grateful for every moment that we get to spend here with each one of you. Thank you all for joining in with us. Love and light. Keep the power and the awesomeness going. See y'all tomorrow.